Great pre-race show. We are getting ready for Dover this weekend, presented by the great people at Guaranteed Rate. If you're looking to buy a home or refinance, check out the website rate.com for all the latest details. We are joined now by the driver of the Guaranteed Rate number 6 Ford, Ryan Newman, Roush Fenway Racing. Ryan, how are you, man?
Doing good. How are you?
Doing good. Fabulous weekend last week. You guys go to Darlington. Both you and Busher finish in the top 10. Let's start right there. I know Dover coming up this week, but what was working so well a week ago for both cars at Darlington?
Well, I'd say in general, we were not flawless, but we executed good. So my point is everything we did was kind of par. So I feel like it was a par weekend for us in golf terms, and that equated to top 10 runs for both of us. So definitely an improvement on some of our intermediate track runs, but that was unique because of the low downforce package that we've had for the first time at Darlington, and I thought that we did a good job of executing, but obviously not as good as the 19 car did because he was on rails.
So how do we birdie in Dover this week instead of par?
Well, I guess grab a different club. I hope the wind changes. I don't know. I think that it's a different animal. The track is a one of a kind with the elevation changes, entry and exit, and the seams in the concrete. It's a bigger version of old Bristol, which we don't know. We can't define Bristol anymore now because of the things that have gone on and changed. But either way, proud of the team effort and something to build on. And, definitely time is of the essence as we knock off these races. And, Dover is one of a kind this year, not going to go there twice this year. So a great opportunity to capitalize on a one-hit wonder here.
Ryan Newman, our guest driver of the number 6 Ford, driving that Guaranteed Rate car this weekend and next week at COTA as well. 750 horsepower last weekend. How'd you like it? And I believe it's the same package this week, right?
It is the same package, and I liked it. It's what you want as a driver, condition-wise, is to have some more impact on your outcome. And just holding it wide open, I've always equated it to going to a go-kart track, and you get this little go-kart. It's just no fun. You can't do anything to make up for it. And then that's what the other package is like to me. So happy that we had that, happy that we're going to have it again. Don't know what the future of the sport holds with the next gen car or anything like that yet. But, overall, confident in going to a racetrack like Dover that I've had success at in the past, even though it was over a decade ago. I feel like I haven't lost my touch, and it is a very demanding physically and mentally racetrack because of the banking and the speeds that we go there. So look forward to it.
You mentioned the next gen car. Everybody's talking about it, buzzing about it. It looked really cool. The big unveil last week. How much have you guys seen it? How much do you know about it?
Yeah, I've seen it very little, and what I know about it mostly is based off of what other people's impressions, and our shop has seen it and touched it. Chris Boucher, my teammate's driven it, albeit at a restrictor plate track, but either way, know that it's going to take some continued development. Definitely concerned about some of the changes of it, and more of have a concern about the safety of the car compared to what we have had experienced, which obviously from my crash in Daytona a year ago has been a provenly safe car, but there's always room to be proactive and room for improvement. So I want to make sure that the sanctioning body is taking the proper protocols to do that.
No question. Ryan Newman, our guest, Guaranteed Rate, the primary sponsor this weekend for the number 6 Ford, Roush Fenway. Dover is the track. COTA is coming up after that, and COTA is a whole new thing for you guys. For people that like Formula One, COTA. If you like IndyCar, COTA. NASCAR is a whole new world going to Austin. What have you done to get ready for next week since it's so new?
Spend some time on a simulator, which is an important tool, albeit not exact. And I don't know that we can ever count on replicating physics when it comes to things that we do on the racetrack and biomechanically inside a race car. But overall, it felt like I gained some knowledge with that. and just getting an idea on the track map and discussing the layout, the turns, and we get 50 minutes of practice there, which is like unheard of in the last 12 months,
Yeah.
right? So that's going to be key, is to capitalize with that big a racetrack on the amount of changes that we can make. We have no clue what the garages even look like, what the layout's going to be, the flow of traffic. And then you go out to whatever it is, 3-mile course or whatever, and you get 50 minutes, and there's going to be cautions and guys in, off course and whatever else. So getting the best bang for our buck that we can, so to speak, in practice is going to be one of the most important things ahead for COTA.
You think it's going to be a lot like when you're watching an F1 race and the passing is going to happen on the chicane at the turns? Do you think there's going to be any straightaway passing? Like, how is this going to work?
I haven't watched the first race at COTA. I don't know that, and I surely don't watch an F1 race.
Yeah.
So I don't know. We'll
You'll
see.
figure it out. Yeah.
Stock cars are different, and
Yep.
it won't take long to figure that out.
You'll figure it out when you get there, how you're going to get around people. Ryan Newman, our guest. Rate.com is the website if you're looking to buy a home or refinance. Rates are incredible, and the people at Guaranteed Rate can help you out. And you can watch Ryan in the great paint scheme this weekend in the number 6 Ford for Roush Fenway. Let's talk playoffs. Right now, you're on the outside looking in. There's plenty of racing left to go. You're in the mix. How do you strategize? What do you talk about with your team to put yourself in the best position to make that top 16 cut?
Really just continues to develop, our team, our pit crew, our packages when it comes to the 550 and the 750 restrictor plates. Road courses are obviously important, as you said. But overall, just, making the correct changes, making the correct adjustments as we learn. And every track we go to and every lap we make, we learn something, and documenting those things and making those improvements are so important. And especially when you're behind, like we're those guys that are up front. That doesn't mean they're going to stay up front. They've got to continue doing the same thing, and we've got to beat them in order to gain more points. So we have our work cut out for us, but I've been in this situation before, albeit last year didn't turn out the way we wanted it to, for many reasons, but ultimately this is a new year and a new opportunity.
Guaranteed Rate will be on the COTA car next week as well for the number 6 Ford Roush Fenway. I'm curious, from your perspective, do you like the schedule this year? From my perspective as a fan, I love it. I thought the dirt was a cool kind of thing. I think COTA is going to be awesome, but I'm not driving the car. So what's it like for you?
Well, it doesn't matter as long as you're happy. The reality is it's just like anything else. When things are going good, and you don't need practice, you don't need practice. But when you're struggling a little bit, you want practice, and you want more opportunities to make your team and your car and yourself better. And that's a loaded question with a loaded answer.
Mm-hmm.
And I feel like as we go to some of these tracks that are new or different, or for instance, you got COTA in Nashville coming up in the next few weeks. Nobody has notes for that. So we've got our work cut out for us, but we also have a great opportunity to get ahead on other teams that have maybe not been outperforming us at other racetracks.
What's your relationship like right now with Chris Buescher? I know a year ago you said it was impossible to really have one because you're coming into the tracks, you're flying out immediately, there's no practice. Has there been more of a team feeling this year?
Yes, some for sure, and no issues with Chris, and it's we get to do and see and say things more than we did last year, and that's obvious, right? I mean, that's just the way the world's working right now. But ultimately, it's he's as much a teammate as he is a competitor, and we have to beat him as much as he has to beat us, and unfortunately, we can share some information together as we try to do that, and that's the critical part and the tough part of our sport. But it is what it is, and we'll just keep digging.
I want to ask you about the partner, and you're driving the Guaranteed Rate Ford this weekend. Rate.com is the website. What's it been like partnering with them? Because I feel like, again, from a fan's perspective, they've done a lot just to get visibility for Ryan Newman. They've had the commercial on the Super Bowl. They seem like they've been really committed. What's that partnership been like?
Yeah, it's been really good. I mean, they've invested in me, and they've invested in our sport, and I'm proud to represent Guaranteed Rate, and look forward to doing my best behind the wheel, and when I'm not behind the wheel for them, because they have done that, and that says a lot about their commitment to our team and our organization. So very appreciative of what Guaranteed Rate has done. I mean, they're new in a lot of ways to a lot of sports, but they've made big splashes everywhere they go from what I've seen.
Rate.com is the website to check it out. I want to know how you spend your week because you have the race obviously on Sunday, like Mondays, Tuesdays, Wednesdays. Is there a lot of racing? Can you clear your head? I know you got the rescue ranch that you're at right now. Like, how do you spend most of your week leading up to race day?
Yeah, I'm actually at my farm. I just literally got off the skid steer moving some hay bales. It's hay cutting season, making our first cutting of hay to feed the animals. And that's been on my list today. I got some animal feed, but in general, just kind of enjoying this pretty spring weather we got. It was cold and chilly and wet yesterday when I was doing a Coke appearance at Camp Lejeune, and today I get a chance to spend a little bit of me time before I go pick my kids up at school.
How good and healthy is that? Just to have that balance because it's such a long season.
Well, I mean, I guess it works for me. Whatever works for independent persons, what's important, and it's part of what I enjoy. And it's no way to get rich, right? And I mean, you can ask any farmer about that, but in the end, it's the decisions that I make, and I have fun with my kids doing that, and that's what matters.
That's awesome. Ryan Newman, our guest. It is the Roush Fenway pre-race show. Guaranteed Rate is the car. You'll see the paint scheme this week on the number 6 Ford. Ryan, congrats on the success so far, man. Good luck this weekend at Dover, and thanks for the time. We appreciate it. Thank you.
Thank you. Thanks for having me on.
All right, that's the Roush Fenway pre-race show presented by Guaranteed Rates.